Tired of that same old breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Same old tasting scrambled eggs, burger, that dinner steak, ribs, or pork chops. Why not add a little bit of spice or just a touch of heat to make the difference? Change that scrambled egg with a little bit of Johnny Fabulous's John Cena Sr.'s $1 Million Jalapeno Hot Sauce. Great on burgers, steaks, chops, and those barbecued ribs.
Hi, it's John from Under the Table Hot Sauce. I'm here with my friend, the star of the show, Jimmy Farrow.
Yeah, what's up, JB?
Nah, nothing.
It's been a hot summer, and for all your barbecue needs, you can go to underthetablehotsauce.com. 13 unique flavors to choose from, created and bottled in a Long Island kitchen. Underthetablehotsauce.com. Let's go chow, JB.
Let's do it.
All the flavor, twice the burn.
I think I just want to be a wrestler.
What?
What do they say?
My mom goes, "You better do it because you don't want to live your life and be a wish I had. You don't want to be
Awesome.
45 years old and be, damn, I wish I would have tried that when I was 19.
Right.
Wow.
And that was just it. I just wanted to try it. And it was something where I did pretty good in a small independent company in Louisville, Kentucky, and Southern Indiana. And then when WWE came in, I got to know those guys. So when they all got called up, I knew everybody in the locker room. And it was just something where a lot of good things fell in place, and I was surrounded by a lot of good teachers, and I just, worked hard.
How does it feel to achieve your dream like that? I mean, you did it.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? Like I got the action figure, I got the teddy bear. I was in the ring with The Rock. I was in the ring with Hulk Hogan. I pinned Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. WrestleMania 21 is one of my favorite. I sent it to him this morning where Hogan comes to save you after those freaking Arab villains. That's right, those Arab villains. They were beating on Eugene. It was terrible. The music hits. The place goes bonkers.
That's crazy.
Great moment. Oh, my God. I got to ask you, your OVW career. I find you to be very interesting as far as the internet goes. While they usually love to destroy the entertainment aspect, a lot of these internet guys, they do realize what your background was with OVW. And I find it kind of amazing. You're in a very special niche with the internet as far as the way they look at you, because those OVW days do add credence to everything, at least in their eyes. So I've always found that impressive. Being a 10-time champion down there, you worked with Jim Cornette for obviously a long time. What's your impressions on Jim Cornette? How was he towards you? And is he really like this in real life? He's so combative. You know how he could be. How was he behind the scenes for you?
He can be, absolutely. Everything that you see on Twitter or see of him on any video, he can be. But at the time, I was the top babyface, and I had probably the most experience of the OVW guys, and the developmental guys were coming in, and he wrote well for me. And I was on time, my ears were open, my mouth was shut. I did what I was told as best I could, and he wrote well for me. So there was four of us. It was Rob Conway, myself, Doug Basham, and Danny Basham, who was the damager, and we were always kind of in the top tiers, working with the developmental guys that were weaving their way through, and pulling off really good, exciting TV for Louisville. And I think some of that is out there, but WWE owns all the footage now, and they never really released any of it on the network, just a little bit here and there. And it's like a lot of stuff that I wish would get released, because then people could see more of what I did then.
And plus, you get those residuals.
I don't know.
Really?
I like with the network. I don't know what we get for that. I mean,
Right.
if there's merchandise still out there, we give. I don't know, because we don't have a union, so we can't renegotiate those.
Well, we're gonna. You know what? We're just gonna jump into it right there. So, we grew up WWF guys, and we'll talk about it, but we're huge Vince McMahon guys, and
we are.
we're a little we're on the right, and Vince is,
a little bit.
falls in that.
A little bit.
There's a lot of pro wrestling experts that Vince has taken advantage of all these old-time wrestlers who now can't carry their own, and they have all these physical issues and drug issues. Your feelings, should there be full medical even for ex-wrestlers, and does Vince McMahon owe them all this for creating the WWF, RE?
I go back and forth. I think at a certain point, yes, because this has become a $1 billion conglomerate, and when they brought it upon the network, I mean, they made huge amounts of money. And then when they started doing the Saudi Arabian deals, they made huge amounts of money. I mean, this is a worldwide, global, small business because they only employ like less than 50 people. And I feel like we give every span of generally 4 years is the average career span, that then we have to go through the rest of our lives with aches and pains and injuries. If we don't get it, I mean, I wouldn't be bad for that, but wouldn't be upset with that. But I feel like it might be something that should be talked about. It should be a discussion with somebody. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the government and Vince.
But don't you feel like if you had a union, you'd be capped out? Like, for example, someone like Dwayne Johnson wouldn't be Dwayne Johnson if he was in that union, right? Because it would just be these cap levels, right, that went on with that union. And you have this whole advantage of, which you did, you have this huge windfall that you can get out of it. If you fail, time's up, and maybe you're doing something else.
Yeah, it's definitely, the opportunity. Everybody gets the same opportunity, and it's your opportunity to succeed or fail.
Right.
But if we destroy our bodies in the ring for this entity that has become something on its own, it feels like at some point we're all in a family, and we've contributed to the family, and it would be nice just to, as the years go by, to be taken care of a little bit, not a lot. Just like the guys that play 4 years in the NFL, they get a little pension, or a little money, just something,
Right?
Because there's less WWE superstars throughout history than there are NFL players. There's a huge amount of NFL players, but yet they can all get a little something if they play X amount of years. I don't know.
And to your point, there's a small lifespan for a pro wrestler as far as being over, right? It's not that long.
The reason why I would understand, and I do understand his point of view, is I also believe that if there ever is to be some sort of correction with these sort of things, it should be judged on a case-by-case basis. His opinion is very valid. He worked for them for years, and he also worked with OVW, which was a subsidiary of theirs, which was the pre-NXT thing. He's got a right to feel this way.
Stop using big words like subsidiary.
Sorry, bro. I got to, reevaluate my, grammar. But my point being, though, is that what do you do with other guys who, some of them worked for Crockett? They even work for Vince. Vince is supposed to pay for them now all these years. I think it should be based on a case-by-case thing.
It would definitely have to be. I mean, because like you were saying, in OVW, I was taking bumps and getting beaten up by Batista when he was stiff as hell and beating people
Vince's
up.
future cash.
And
with those guys.
and I contributed to guys like Cena and Brock and those guys. Not that I was the only one, but I was one of them in there. And
Absolutely,
it would be nice.
The growth process. You're part of that physically, not just.
I want to talk to you of that list of guys. When Orton was there, how did you feel about Orton? Did you feel like, oh, this is bullshit, this guy's coming off a cowboy?
Was he ahead of the rest of them, that class, though, as far as a wrestler when he first got there? He had to be. Had to be ahead of Cena.
Or better yet, did you feel as a guy who made, you worked your ass off, and here comes Randy Orton, Ace's son, and he's walking right in there. I mean, what's your thoughts there?
I love Randy, and I did at the time because that was somebody that I could wrestle with. All of them, each guy, I could figure out what are their strengths, and let's play to their strengths. Let's hide their weaknesses, and let's have good matches with everyone.